Alright, so I just got back from doing a shakedown, and it really didn't go as well as I wanted, but that's the whole purpose of a shakedown. So I just got done weighing my pack, empty basically, of the water, and it was 28.8 pounds. I was thinking it was a little bit heavier than that, but with the water, before I left with 3.5, maybe a little bit more water, 3.5 liters or more of water, it was 42. And I know I was cameling up an awful lot and carrying a lot of that water. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unpack my pack just as I had it. So I have my Trail Buddy hiking sticks, which comes in handy for me for hiking and then putting up the duplex. So I'm gonna start on the inside and show you how I have this. I ended up switching it after my first day and put the food down at the bottom. So duplex tent. And then I have the dry bag, which had my hoodie, which came in very handy with how cold the temperatures were. And it does have the thumb slots. So far everything I'm keeping. And the 20-degree Z-Packs sleeping bag. The dry bag. Like I said, I had all of this stuff at the bottom, which was okay, but I couldn't understand why to put all of the soft stuff at the bottom and then a heavy food bag at the top. So that's why I switched that out. So inside my clothes bag, and this is an REI bag. It's not really a dry bag, and the bag itself is pretty heavy. So I do have another bear bag, and I might opt for that instead of this. This stuff here. So I have 3 pairs of underwear. I did change out underwear, so I had one on me and one other, so I think one of these is gonna have to go, at least, if not probably 2. So that would give me one to wear and then 2 others, so that's a little bit. And so this is my dirty, the one that's not gonna go, well, it will go. So then I'll put the 2 plus the one that I'll wear. Socks. I have one that's in the dirty clothes, and this, and 2 others. Now I've got 3 that are the Darn Tough and one that's the Farm to Feet. So I think I'll get rid of one of the Darn Tough, keep my Farm to Feet, and so that would give me good there. I've got a Real Tree base layer for the top, and I will be keeping that. It is heavy, but it is definitely warm. And this is kind of funny. I went to REI and I found some base layers, but they were so see-through, and I wanted to be able to wear these at night, and then if I need to get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom, that wasn't going to work. So I actually found these. Looks like AT2021 Pro at the 99-cent store, and they do keep me very warm, so they are going to stay. Also, I've got the Outdoor Research rain pants that do have the zips to be able to put them over your boots, and so that's going to be staying. So that's the, and then I do have an extra handkerchief. I do have a handkerchief in my back pocket, so I think I'm going to get rid of this one. I also have a handkerchief in my cooking set, so this one's going to go. Right there, we've got quite a bit that we're taking out. Now, because I had parked my car, I had my wallet and my keys. So the wallet, I might actually put, you know, ID, some money, and some cards into a Ziploc bag, and the keys I'm going to be living with my daughter, so that's that. Right now I am a smoker. I'm smoking maybe 3-4 cigarettes a day. I'm trying to get rid of that habit, but I did have one full pack inside my bag. So this is my old Navy watch cap. It's made, I believe, of wool. It's so old that I really cannot say, but the problem that I have with it is it keeps slipping up. So I think what I'm going to try to do is maybe find a down hoodie and probably get rid of this. So that's going to be on the pitch side. So this is my cook stove. Again, with the REI bag, do I need it? Probably not. So I'm gonna ditch that. So on the trail, I thought that I had lost this after cooking up breakfast. I actually ended up putting it into my hoodie inside pocket. So it does have this little tie cord, and I gotta remember to put it in here. So this is a Jetboil zip. I do like this very much. Like I said, I do have a handkerchief for it. I've got a small canister, and it does have the cap on it, which I do like. So I do need to wash this. So I'm gonna set it aside. So I think maybe I'll put this one on there for right now, repack it. This is the stove. You do need to have a lighter to use with it. So I usually keep that out separate. And then many people have been omitting this. It's a little bit of weight. When I had my bigger canister, when I was car camping, it was kind of nice. I did try to, you know, set it up on a rock or even on my sit pad in front of my tent. So I don't need this. That's gonna go. So I do have the bottom part, which can be a cup, as well as the inside part. I think I'm going to keep this on there just because it does kind of protect the outside, and if I did want to cook something there and have some hot water, I'll still have that. So repacking it then without that, and that would go in. And then I do need to wash this, so I'm not going to do that great of a job of repacking it, but I just kind of want to see how this sets in here, because it was kind of tight with that in there, and actually it's a lot better. The lid is actually a drinking cup, so that's kind of nice, and it does have a handle, and it's also got, you know, protection on the outside. And like I said, the spoon, I gotta remember to always keep on there. And I'll know that's that. This was a stupid move on my part. I do have whiskers, and I was trying to figure out something that I could do to have a mirror. I was thinking that my phone would have a zoom in on it, so I was thinking about this. I might actually try to remove that out of there, and it might be better, but we'll think about that. My daughter told me about this, the Tangler teaser. Finally found it. It's a brush, a comb, a detangler, all in one. Now it is kind of big, but I do like that, so I'm keeping it. Toothbrush. And what in here is toothpaste. So I am going to keep that. Now, I did have an extra hand sanitizer on top of the one that I had in my poop bag. Now the one in my poop bag, the cap broke off, and I did see a lot of people that have that one that hangs on the outside, so I'll be looking for that. That's on my to-do list. I'm going to keep that off to the side right now. I did have an extra chapstick. I don't think I'm going to do that. And this deodorant, I don't know if you can see it, but it fell all apart. So I'm still debating about that. In here, I have my face soap. Ever since I was a teenager, I have acne really bad, so I had that. And the acne thing is the Purpose soap and some Dove with a soap tray. So this is all going. I found that I can use, I think they're called doodad wipes, and they worked pretty good. I did order the Euphoria washcloth and camp towel. Never used this. My daughter said, hey, you know, when you're at a stream or whatever, you can just dip your handkerchief in there and give yourself a good wash on your face. So I think that's gonna go. The camp towel, I did end up cutting in half, and it was so cold that I ended up with my Z-Packs 20-degree sleeping bag tied all the way up with that watch cap. It was still really cold, so I put the towel over the top. That was good, so I'm still debating about that. I did have cough drops. I don't think I'm gonna bother taking them. Maybe if I do, they might be just like 1 or 2, so maybe I'll just take out 2 of them. I did have an eyeglass cleaner. That's not gonna go because I do have those microfibers. So this is not gonna go. Like I said, I might keep that near. So in here is my first aid kit. And one of the things that I wish I would have put in there was some needle and thread. So I've got ALS, and the doctor prescribed baclofen. This is a really big bottle, but it does have, you know, the information on there. So I'm trying to figure out what else I can do. Maybe not take as many, put it into a smaller container, I'm not sure. So I do have a couple of sterile pads, a couple of Band-Aids, a couple of Dr. Scholl's in case you get some blisters going. I do have some I guess it's keto tape with the protection for the skin already made up. I have 2 different packages of the dental floss. I think I'm gonna keep the dental floss one. The picks I'm gonna take out, but this I'm gonna put in with my food for the day because it doesn't really do me any good to have this completely buried. I do have some Loratadine for allergies. It's pretty lightweight, so I think I'll keep all those. I do have what they call the vitamin I, which I did take some one night, and then I also have some Benadryl. And then some Imodium in case the water gets to me, or maybe some town food, and then some tapes. So I will put all that back in there really quick. I think I want to keep all of that. Like I said, the only thing I really used was the ibuprofen. That's that. Alright, here's my puppy. I did get it from Cabela's. The only thing that I do not like about it is that there is no hood. Some people said you're pretty camouflaged, but I slept with it. Hiked with it a little bit one morning, and in some of my pockets I do have the outdoor research gloves that are the finger pad, the forefinger and the thumb, and it's got grips. On the outside of it does have an outer shell for if it is really raining, and it's an actual glove, not a mitt. They do clip together, but that clip I have a hard time working with, and I do have the other one on the other side. So I like where I have put these. I'm going to keep them there. Inside of my puppy, I do have some large pockets that I can put my camera or my charger unit, so that's gonna stay. That was inside of the Tyvek bag. One of the things that I think Darwin on the trail told me about was to get one of these Tyvek bags. It's a nice idea. It added structure to my frameless pack, but one problem that I had was the sticky tab was still on there, and so that ended up being trash, and then this part started sticking, so if I use a new one, I'll have to remember to put that back down. Now this is a Climate Static V, and I believe that the R factor was only a 1.3 or 1.4. I was cold. I was at 32 degrees and 34 degrees. It's not very high, so I think that I'm going to pitch that and get something else for right now. In here is my little ditty kit. So these are ends to my trekking poles. I am not going to use those. Get rid of that. This is my journal book. I am going to keep that. Like I said, I do have a couple of these microfiber cleaning for your glasses. I'm going to keep those. Sharpie and a pen. I'm going to keep those. This is a repair kit for, I believe it's the air mattress. And I do have these spare Sawyer in there. Alright, so in here I've got a charging unit for both the remote control for the camera and for the Stealth Angel solar charger. So this is heavy, but I'm gonna need that. In here I have some just stickers and extra ties for the Light AF, so that's gonna go. Alright, when I went to the VA, they gave me this knee brace. I never wore it, but I am gonna keep it. And my rain jacket, Marmot. And it does have a hood that ties up into there. Supposedly you can tie it all up inside of the pouch for the zip pocket. It does have the pit zips, which is nice. But I have never figured out how to stuff it inside there very well. I guess it just kind of goes like that. I don't know. If anybody knows how to do that better, let me know. So I am going to keep that all the way over this time. And way down. And the bottom is the food bag. And I think what I'll do is I'll do that as a separate video. And then I had my Climate air pillow. The problem that I have with these is that they just keep on falling off. What I ended up doing for a little while is taking my sleeping bag and putting my clothes that I wore for the day in there. So this is still an iffy maybe. I mean, it doesn't weigh much, but if I can figure out a way to get it to not move around, that would be great. So I had on the shoulder strap my water bottle, the tripod. On one of my carabiner clips, I have my AT tag that I got from 3D Custom, and then I saw this because I am Ewok in the Woods on Etsy. Took me a while to get this from Europe, but I finally got it. So that's staying. Down out of the hills. That water, this water, and this water, and my gray ale. So I love my gray ale. It's very heavy and you cannot backflush. So I was carrying an extra filter. It's very easy to scoop. I did try doing the Sawyer squeeze and it took a long time. The gray ale is much easier, but there's some more trash. I'm gonna have to get better at that, obviously. This is something that my daughter gave me. It's got a whistle, it's got a compass, it's got a flint, it's got paracord to start a fire. It's a little bit of extra weight. I do have a compass on my phone. I've got the Gut Hooks app, so I don't think so. Here's my Stealth Angel. I have it on a pretty heavy carabiner. I might use a lighter carabiner. And I'm thinking about getting something different than that. So that's all the little things that are hanging off. Oh, hang on a minute. I got one more thing that's hanging. I've got a whistle that I have from my construction days, just in case if there's a bear or something like that. It's got a really long cord. I might try to figure out something to do smaller for that. Alright, on the kangaroo pouch, we have trash. And my day of food. And sunscreen, which I never wore. So that's going. I did get sunburned, but I don't think so. Alright, so the poop kit. A little bit of redundancy type stuff here. So I do have the women's wipes. Like I said, I used it on my face and everything. I have 1, 2 Kleenexes, toilet paper. Gonna ditch toilet paper. Probably ditch one of these Kleenexes. Did have just a little bit more wipes. Keep that in there for right now. The Deuce of Spades 2. Another Kleenex. And I'm a female with issues, so I do have some leakage things. And then this is my wipe, or not the wipe, the hand sanitizer that the cap broke off of it. And I ended up keeping it in my side pocket of my pants, and then I felt something leaking, so I think I'm gonna try to get one of those that hang. That's the hygiene kit area. This is really heavy, but they are my sunglasses that I didn't actually wear, and another wipe or for cleaning your lenses. These glasses don't fit in here very well. They actually have a different case, which would be a lot lighter. So I'm still debating about that. And a gaiter, you know, because we still are doing the whole COVID thing. Plus I was wearing it at night. I was trying to put it up over my head and around my face, but I was like too tight. So I was just putting it up over my head. So I'm gonna have to keep my gaiter. I did have a map of the area that I was going, because it's, you know, nice to have something in case you don't have the cell phone coverage. I don't think I'm going to be doing that on the AT, so that's going to go. All right, talk about redundancy. Here's another one of those bags from REI. It's not a dry bag, but it's a bag within a bag. So, I can't even get it out of this is gonna go. So this is the Sawyer setup that they give you, along with my gray ale filter. So I have a C-Knock that I'm gonna go and get from the mail today. So I think I'm gonna practice a lot more and probably get rid of my gray ale, go to a C-Knock setup with the Sawyer squeeze. So these bags of Sawyer, worthless, really. There's not a big enough mouth on it to be able to open it up. You can't see, you know, how much water or how clear that the water is in there. Those are definitely going, and I'm waiting for that C-Knock. So I'm not really gonna need that bag for right now, but I might just keep it. We'll see here, just so that I can keep it all together. And we have the microspikes. They are really heavy, but the area that I was going, it was an area that was really sketchy. The other one's in here. And I know that the AT has snow in some areas, especially through the Smokies right now. And then there's good old Katahdin. So I'll probably keep it, might mail it back to my daughter after I get through Katahdin. The bear bag with the paracord inside of it for the rocks to throw it up. Extra batteries for the headlamp. And then the tent stakes. Now these are really heavy, but looks pretty good. So that's everything on the outside. I do have my sit pad, which I would use inside the tent. There's a little bit of extra room because I'm kind of a side belly sleeper and kicking a leg out, and then I would put it outside the tent to help crawl on and put it on the back of the pad as a little bit of extra padding back there. And then inside the hip pouch, bug net. There was actually some areas that I was thinking about putting that on because I was scrambling through some brush and the bugs were getting me pretty good. The headlamp, it worked awesome. It's got several different white light settings plus the red light. It is a rechargeable, so one of those cords that I've got recharges that. Redundancy, 2 extra lighters. I'm only gonna keep one, the other one out. I did have a meal bar in there just in case. Plus I had 2 of my hydrate and recovers. The headphone things, I really don't ever use these, so I'm gonna put that out. And then a little tiny thing of that back fan, nice and handy where I can get it. So, down here at the bottom, the last thing, the camp or water crossing shoes. Didn't use them. Oh my God, they are so freaking heavy. They are definitely not going. And one last little, there's the camp towel. So I'm not too sure. Like I said, it was nice to kind of put it up over me, but I don't think so. That's it, folks. So hope you enjoyed this video. I'll stuff all that back in and do a weight, plus I'll do another video on what my food was. So thanks for watching.